Welcome to the episode of Physical Education. In previous episode, we discussed about the history, measurement of the court, fouls and violations in basketball. In this episode, I will be talking about the player positions in the game, fundamental skills, equipment, very important referee signals and tournaments in basketball. First of all, we will start with player positions. Center. Centers are generally your tallest players. They generally are positioned near the basket. Offensive. The center's goal is to get open for a pass and to shoot. They are also responsible for blocking defenders, known as picking or screening, to open other players up for driving to the basketball for a goal. Centers are expected to get some offensive rebounds and putbacks. Defensive. On defense, the center's main responsibility is to keep opponents from shooting by blocking shots and passes in the key area. They also are expected to get a lot of rebounds because they are taller. Forward. Your next tallest players will more likely be your forwards. While a forward may be called upon to play under the hoop, they may also be required to operate in the wings and corner areas. Offensive. Forwards are responsible to get free for a pass, take outside shots, drive for goals and rebound. Defensive. Responsibilities in this include preventing drives to the goal and rebounding. Guard. These are potentially your shortest players and they should be really good at dribbling fast, seeing the court and passing. It is their job to bring the ball down the court and set up offensive plays. Offensive. Dribbling, passing and setting up offensive plays are a guard's main responsibilities. They also need to be able to drive to the basket and to shoot from the perimeter. Defensive. On defense, a guard is responsible for stealing passes, contesting shots, preventing drives to the hoop, and for boxing out. Teams. First, have a look on the definition of a team. A team member is eligible to play when he has been authorized to play for a team according to the regulations, including regulations governing age limits of the organizing body of the competition. A team member is entitled to play when his name has been entered on the score sheet before the start of the game, and as long as he has neither been disqualified nor committed 5 fouls. During playing time, a team member is a player when he is on the playing court and is entitled to play. A substitute when he is not on the playing court but he is entitled to play. An excluded player when he has committed 5 fouls and is no longer entitled to play. During an interval of play, all team members entitled to play are considered as player. Let us have a look on the team of a basketball. Rule. Each team shall consist of no more than 12 team members entitled to play, including a captain, a coach, and, if a team wishes, an assistant coach. A maximum of 5 team followers who may sit on the team bench and have special responsibilities. Example, manager, doctor, physiotherapist, statistician, interpreter, etc. During playing time, 5 players from each team shall be on the playing court and may be substituted. A substitute becomes a player and a player becomes a substitute when the official beckons the substitute to enter the playing court, during a timeout or an interval of play, a substitute requests the substitution to the scorer, Now, what are the uniforms in this? The uniform of the team members shall consist of shirts of the same dominant color, front and back. All players must tuck their shirts into their playing shorts. All-in-ones are permitted. Shorts of the same dominant color, front and back, but not necessarily of the same color as the shirts. The shorts must end above the knee. Socks of the same dominant colors of all players of the team. Each team member shall wear a shirt numbered on the front and back with plain numbers of a solid color contrasting with the color of the shirt. The numbers shall be clearly visible and those on the back shall be at least 20 cm high. Those on the front shall be at least 10 cm high. The numbers shall be at least 2 cm wide. Teams shall use numbers 0 and 00 and from 1 to 99. Players on the same team shall not wear the same number. Any advertising or logo shall be at least 5 cm away from the numbers. Teams must have a minimum of 2 sets of shirts and the first team named in the program shall wear light colored shirts, preferably white. The second team named in the program, that is a visiting team, shall wear dark colored shirts. However, if the two teams agree, they may interchange the color of the shirts. Let us have a look on the uniform of the team. Other equipment. All equipment used by players must be appropriate for the game. Any equipment that is designed to increase a player's height or reach or in any other way give an unfair advantage is not permitted. Players shall not wear equipment, objects that may cause injury to other players. The following are not permitted: finger, hand, wrist, elbow or forearm guards, casts or braces made of leather, plastic, pliable, soft plastic, metal or any other hard substance, even if covered with soft padding. Objects that could cut or cause abrasions. Fingernails must be closely cut. Headgear, hair accessories and jewelry. The following are permitted: shoulder, upper arm, thigh or lower leg protective equipment if the material is sufficiently padded. Compression sleeves of the same dominant color as the shirts. Compression stockings of the same dominant color as the shorts. If for the upper leg, it must end above the knee. If for the lower leg, it must end below the knee. Knee braces if they are properly covered. Protector for an injured nose, even if made of a hard material. Non-colored transparent mouth guard. Spectacles if they do not pose a danger to other players. Headbands maximum 5 cm in width, made of non-abrasive unicolor cloth, pliable plastic or rubber. Non-colored transparent taping of arms, shoulders, legs, etc. During the game, a player may not display any commercial, promotional or charitable name, mark, logo or other identification, including but not limited to on his body, in his hair or otherwise. Next is fundamental skills and lead-up games. Classification of basketball skills. Basic skills related with basketball are dribbling, passing, shooting, rebound and offense defense. First is dribbling. The dribble is an act by which a player repetitively bounces the ball off the floor. Dribbling can be in place as well as while moving. Second is passing. A play that involves one player throwing the ball to another. Third is shooting, the act of throwing the ball towards the basket in an attempt to score. Fourth is rebound, the act of gaining possession of the basketball after a missed shot. Fifth is offense-defense. Offense refers to the team which has possession of ball. It all refers to the method a team uses to score the basket, as well as a team scoring ability. On the other hand, defense refers to the team without the ball, whose main focus is to prevent the opponents from scoring a basket. Tournaments played at national and international level. Let us have a look on the rules of basketball. Starting and stopping of 24-second clock. A. The 24-second clock will start when a team gains new possession of a ball which is in play. B. On a throw-in, the 24-second clock shall start when the ball is legally touched on the court by a player. 2. The throw-in starts when the ball is at the disposal of a player entitled to the throw-in. He shall release the ball in bounds within 5 seconds from the time the throw-in starts. Third, a throw-in which touches the floor or any object on or outside the boundary line or touches anything above the playing surface as a violation. The ball must be thrown directly in bounds. Free throw. Fourth, A. After the ball is placed at the disposal of a free throw shooter, his attempt shall be within 10 seconds in such a way that the ball enters the basket or touches the ring before it is touched by a player. The shooter shall be within that part of the free throw circle behind the free throw line. B. A player shall not touch the ball or basket while the ball is on or within the basket. C. A player who occupies a free throw lane space shall not touch the floor on or across the free throw line, nor shall any player back out more than 3 from the free throw lane line. A player who does not occupy a free throw lane space must remain behind the 3-point line. D. The free throw shooter may not cross the plane of the free throw line until the ball touches the basket ring, background, or the free throw ends. E. No player shall deflect or catch the ball before it reaches the basket or backboard on a free throw attempt. F. The free throw shooter shall not purposely fake a free throw attempt. Penalty. If the violation is by the offense, no point can be scored. The ball is awarded out of bounds to the opposing team at a free throw line extended. 2. In, above, a violation by the defense shall be disregarded if the free throw attempt is successful. If the free throw attempt is unsuccessful, 1 point shall be awarded. Scoring. A. A legal field goal or free throw attempt shall be scored when a live ball from the playing area enters the basket from above and remains in or passes through the net. B. A successful field goal attempt from the area on or inside the 3-point field goal line shall count 2 points. C. A successful field goal attempt from the area outside the 3-point field goal line shall count 3 points. Time management signals. These hand signals are used to communicate between the referee and the timekeeper in order to notify starting and stopping of the clock. Stop clock. To stop the clock at any point in the game, the official will raise one hand straight overhead with his palms facing out and fingertips pointed. Start clock beginning with one hand raised above head. The start of the clock is indicated by dropping the raised hand directly towards the floor. Full timeout. When an official wishes to signal for a full timeout, it is indicated by two arms spread to the sides, forming a two shape. 30-second timeout. To indicate a 30-second timeout has been called by one of the teams. The official will take both hands and place them on top of his shoulder with his elbows out. Jump ball. When both players have control over the ball at the same time, it is indicated by both thumbs pointing towards upwards with arms extended. Substitution. If a substitute player wishes to enter the game, it is indicated by one hand facing the timekeeper raised in a stop manner and the other hand waving the substitute player into the game. Basketball fouls. Signals. When a player commits a personal foul, the official will give a specific signal to indicate the type of a foul and which player has committed the foul. Player control foul. Charge. One hand on the back of the head and the other pointing in the opposite direction of the play indicates a charge call has been made. Hand check. When a player commits a hand check foul, it is signaled by having one arm extended in front of the chest with the fingers up and the other arm grabbing the wrist. Blocking. If a defensive player commits a blocking foul, the official will have both hands in the fists touching his hips and his elbows in tight against his body. Holding. The holding signal is made by giving one arm extended upwards in front of the face and the other hand grabbing the wrist. Pushing. To signal a pushing foul, the official will have both hands extended straight in front of him with his palms facing outward. Intentional foul. When a player commits an intentional foul, the official will put both arms above his head and cross them. Double foul. If two players have committed a foul at the same time, the official will put both hands in fists extended out towards the sides. Technical foul. To signal a technical foul has occurred, the referee will place both his hands in front of him and put them in the formation of a letter. Illegal hand use. An illegal hand use foul is signaled by the official putting both of his hands in front of him at waist level and grabbing one of his wrists with the other hand. Next is violation signals. A violation is a rule which is broken, but it does not result in a player picking up a personal foul. The other team is awarded possession of the ball. Traveling. When a player has committed a traveling violation, the official will signal it by placing both of his hands in front of him and moving them in a circle. Carrying or palming. In order to signal a palming or carrying violation, the referee will have one hand at the side flipped over from palm up to palm down. Double dribble. The official will signal a double dribble violation has been committed by putting both of his hands in front of him with palms down and alternating them up and down, as if dribbling a basketball. 3 seconds. The official will indicate that a player has committed a 3-second violation by having 3 fingers raised and the hand makes a swiping motion back and forth at the side. 5 seconds. In order to signal a 5-second violation, the official will have 5 fingers raised with arm extended upward. 10 seconds. The 10-second violation is shown when the official has 10 fingers raised with both arms extended upwards. Kicking the ball. When a player kicks the ball, the referee will have one foot raised in front. Indicators. These indicators allow officials to communicate information to the scorers table during the game. 2-point basket scored. When a 2-point basket is scored, the official will extend one arm parallel to the floor and point with 2 fingers. 3-point basket scored. The official will extend both arms directly upwards with fingers pointed to signify that a player has scored a 3-point basket. Counting. The referee indicates he is counting for a timed violation by moving his hand back and forth from the middle of the chest to straight in front continuously. Each movement represents 1 second. Basket counts. To indicate a basket count, when a foul has also occurred, the referee will drop his hand from shoulder height directly down. Basket does not count to wave off a basket or indicate it does not count because a foul has occurred. The referee will start with both hands at the shoulders, elbows out and extend hands out directly towards the side. Bonus free throws. When a player at the free throw line is to be awarded a bonus free throw, the official will extend both of his arms out of his sides completely straight and then move one up and down. Lane violation. If a player is shooting a free throw and a lane violation occurs, the referee will signal it by raising one of his arms out to his side and holding it there until the free throw is completed. Next is equipment for basketball. Let us have the detail of the equipment required for the basketball. Backstop units consisting of backboards, basket comprising pressure release rings and nets, backboard supports structures including padding, basketballs, game clock, scoreboard, shot clock, stopwatch or suitable device, not the game clock for timing timeouts. 2 separate, distinctly different and loud signals, one of each for the shot clock operator, scorer timer, score sheet, player foul markers, team foul markers, alternating possession arrow, playing floor, playing court, adequate lighting. Tournaments in basketball. The list of FIBA tournaments. Men's tournament. Basketball at the Olympics, FIBA World Championship, Eurobasket, FIBA Americas Championship, FIBA Asian Championship, FIBA African Championship, FIBA Oceania Championship. Women's tournament. Women's basketball at the Olympics, FIBA World Championship for women, Eurobasket for women, FIBA Africa Championship for women, FIBA Americas Championship for women, FIBA Asia Championship for women, FIBA Oceania Championship for women. So, while concluding, this is all about the player's position, fundamental skills and equipment, referee signals in the game. Whether you are a referee, parent, player, commentator or just a student of the game, these roles, referee hand signals will help you give a better understanding of the game and use of the basketball court. Hope this lecture has given you enough knowledge and how to play the game basketball. Thank you. Have a nice day.